Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and the news series. Now, as you can see, I got the tie on, we got the Top Hollow music playing in the background. That only means one thing, and that is more Pokemon Sleep news. Now, this episode, we're talking about this news that just dropped. We got two notices, actually. Wait, that's a different notice. Two notices, actually. And this is the one that I want to go over first because I feel like there's a little less information. I think this is the more exciting part of the news. But this is the part that has less information, less stuff to really cover. We get new Pokemon. They're really being introduced with the December 23rd, 2024, 3 p.m. in sync with the holiday event, which is that same time. The event period is the same time as their release. Now, new Pokemon. We got Santa Hat Eevee, a new event Pokemon. It looks like it's just going to be around for the event and nothing more, but it's still interesting. Pamot, the Pamot line, and then the Alolan Vulpix. Now, this is very interesting because it's our first regional variant that we're getting in the game, which there are some interesting things to point out about that. Now, the most notable things about it, Pawmi is spawning at Greengrass, but its evolutions are at Old Gold Power Plant exclusively. So it's primarily an Old Gold... Oh, wait. I guess also Snowdrop. They're trying to give more to Snowdrop, I guess. Which I have a video coming out soon that'll really talk about why Snowdrop needs more. So I'm glad to be seeing this. Snowdrop does need more overall, and I'm glad to be seeing this. There needs to be some reason to go to this stupid Tundra, because right now it's just the worst. But yeah, Old Gold Power Plant as well, and it's snoozing type, which means most likely it will not be changing types. In the base game, it becomes... I don't know if its base form is electric fighting, but I know at least Pawmot, specifically at least, becomes electric fighting. And given that it stays snoozing type, we would expect that if it was to be fighting type, it would transfer to slumbering, which means Pawmot is probably going to be electric type. As for Vulpix, Vulpix Alola, base game it's Ice Fairy. Fairy, I think Fairy... I actually don't know. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna do a little research here. That's something that I don't remember exactly. Fairy types. Fairy types are typically snoozing. So, given that, Vulpix Alola is probably going to be Ice type and Ice type 3. I think we kind of expected this, because it looks more like an Ice type than a Fairy type. It'd be kind of weird if they made it change form, or change typing. And also, this game needs more Ice types. There aren't that many Ice types in the game, especially meta-relevant Ice types, so yeah. And then, I think the Santa Hat Eevee is probably just going to be a Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon. It kind of coincides with the event. That would stay in line with the Dream Shard Magnet Pikachu. I think they'll be very comparable in stats to each other, because I can't imagine why they would do anything otherwise. But yeah, those are the new Pokemon, and I'm pretty excited. Now, something that I will mention about the fact that they're having our first Alola form added, I will be saying, I'd recommend to save Pokemon that could have an Alolan evolution that doesn't already. Primarily Pikachu, I think, is the one that comes to mind. A lot of people have a lot of Raichus. Raichu is one of the strongest Pokemon in the game currently, but if you have an extra Pikachu or Pichu, now that they're actually towing the line and adding Alola forms, there's an Alolan Raichu. Maybe we might get that one day, and maybe that'll be our first Psychic Berry specialist, because maybe that'd be a way to make it unique, is make it branch into a different berry type. So, now that they're touching grounds with that, I think it's something to be thinking about for the future. As for Pawmot and what these guys are all going to be, that'd all just be speculative. Aside from, I think there's a little bit of ground for the Eevee. I made some jokes about Revival Blessing. If you know about Pawmot in the base games, it has a basically signature move called Revival Blessing, and there are some interesting ideas that you could have with that, but that's all kind of speculative. Now, let's actually talk about the holiday event. Like I said, less interesting to discuss, but I think they're doing a really good job with this event. I think it's very interesting to see, and I pulled up the holiday event from last year just to compare and contrast. Because I think in my discussion about the Eevee event week, I think I actually made an inaccuracy and misinformed people, because I believe I didn't mention that they boosted skill trigger rates in the last Eevee event last year. but I was wrong. They did. So I want to make sure that I had any information comparing these events this time around. I want to make sure I had that correct. So, what are they doing for the event? Well, they're boosting all the new Pokemon. They're boosting all Ice types, as well as Delibird, even though it's not an Ice type in this game. Something very interesting that I noticed in the Holiday 2023 event, it looked like it was going to be an Ice type, because somewhere in here it says, on top of that, you'll have a higher likelihood of meeting Ice-type Pokemon, such as Delibird. That was kind of a lie. Delibird's a flying type in this game, so that's just something interesting that I noticed. It probably just says that because it is Ice-type in the base games as well, so it's not technically wrong. But anyway, they're boosting Dream Shard Magnet as a... they're boosting Dream Shard Magnet during this. It'll be twice as effective. Certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear, which is listed below. It's just the Ice types and Delibird as well. And then they're increasing shiny odds. Now, this is interesting. This isn't a thing that they did last year. I scrubbed this whole one, and I didn't see anything about a... Oh, wait, never mind. Okay. I didn't scrub the whole thing, I guess. It was a shiny boost last year. So, shiny boost again, which is always good to see. Same amount of Dream Sleep points being boosted. Of 1225 on 1225. What's interesting though is they're actually giving out more Dream Shards this year than what they did last year. Last year it was just double all throughout the week. Twice the usual number of Dream Shards through sleep research. Twice the usual number. It was just that way through the whole week. But then this week, this time around, they're giving triple on the night of Christmas. And triple on the last day of the event, and then twice as much on the other days of the event. Which is interesting. They're also adding Dream Gifts, more free stuff. And then they're also boosting Ice types even more. Last year, it was just favored Berry Forced of Rostberry. This year, they're adding an extra skill level. They're adding a skill boost, and they're adding an ingredients boost. This seems to be a common thing for type-themed events they're doing this year, like now. Before, that wasn't really something that I think they had in the code to do until Raikou was released. But now they've actually laid the groundwork for that, and they're using that in more events. And I like that. It gives them a bit more of a unique, interesting thing. Now, if you really, really need Dream Shards, Dream Shard Magnet will be twice as effective, but I don't think that many players have a Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon. That's good at this point. But yeah, now, we still don't know exactly what this holiday EV could be. It could be something different, but yeah. And it's extra boosted during the holiday event. That and the Holiday Pikachu. Holiday Pikachu is a terrible Pokemon in this game. It just detracts candy away from your Raichus. But it's not good on its own. But overall, it's pretty much just the same thing. Just they're giving a little bit more because they noticed that people don't run Dream Shard Magnet, and they're still trying to make it effective. I don't know. If there was an Ice-type Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon, then this could be very intriguing. That'd be a lot of Dream Shards you could be pulling in, but as of right now, there currently isn't. Cough, cough. That's a possibility. I'm not going to say it is. It's not even... I heard it from somebody else, honestly, his theory. I'm not going to take credit for this theory, but if they want to talk about it, they can talk about it publicly, but it's just an interesting idea. And then, yeah. Candy Boost is coming back, and Shiny Boost. Personally, Candy Boost, it's cool gimmick. Unlimited Candy Boost, which you don't really get that opportunity that often, just because normally you only have a limit of 50 per day, but it's 4 times the value. Well, now it's unlimited, but 6 times the Dream Shard cost. Which, when you're getting a lot of Dream Shards, it's not that bad, but if you need those Dream Shards for other things, then it's going to be very pricey. It could be a case to use a lot of candies on your lower level Pokemon to bring them up to, par, just using the candies that you do have, since candy really is the long-term limiter for leveling up Pokemon. And then as far as the Shiny Boost goes, something that I recommend with this event, if you have a Legendary Incense, left over from any of the events, and let's say, I'm going to use my account as an example. I encountered the 1, the 2, and the 3-star Suicune. I have an extra Suicune instance still that I've stockpiled. Don't know what I'm going to use it for. This is an event where it's shiny boosted, and you get bonus Dream Shards. I'm recommending on the very last night of the event, when you're as high in Snorlax powers you're going to get, run your legendary instance that you haven't used yet. If you don't have the 3-star style, I wouldn't recommend this because you're then decreasing your odds of getting that 3-star style with a good sleep event or something else that boosts new styles. And I think having that 3-star style is more valuable than the temporary thing you get, really, the Dream Shards from it. But that's going to make you a lot of Dream Shards, especially if you run it along a full team of Research XP bonus Pokemon with a Luck Incense. You're talking thousands and thousands of Dream Shards off of the single Pokemon, and also shiny boosted. You have the odds of encountering Suicune or Entei or Raikou as a shiny, which would mean an Insta-Catch. You'd still be getting phenomenally lucky if that happened, but I think if you already have the 3-star style, if you already have the 1, the 2, and the 3-star styles, I think this is the optimal time to be using your legendary incenses to both maximize the odds of getting that shiny and also maximize the Dream Shards that you get from them. So I guess that's a lot of my thoughts with the holiday event. I think it's pretty well designed. I think I do like the changes that they made to it, because they're very basic changes, but they kept what was good about the event, and they're just adding on a little bit more to make it just ever so slightly better. I still don't think Dream Shard Magnet S is really on anybody's attention, anybody's radar as a skill they want to be hunting for, even with things like this. They're clearly still trying to make it a thing. But I don't think necessarily just boosting it in an event is going to be making it a thing, because no one's investing in a Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon just for this event. They're going to be investing in it because they want it long term, and it happens to be good for this event. So, because yeah, Pokemon that's only good out of 1 week out of the year is overall not something you need in your box if it's only good for 1 week. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I always try to talk about news very shortly after it gets released. I like to be one of the first people to respond to it when it comes out. I was a little bit on the slow on the draw today because I've been kind of busy today. But yeah. Anyway, if you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe as always. I thank you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye now.